Okay, I don't know why this just turned on, but yeah, it's a bit of a process to take this up. Ah. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is a little overview of one of my latest cosplays that I used for Halloween. Not a very good Halloween, though. I don't know, it was okay. But as you might be able to tell, it's Hellboy. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I did that. Hellboy doesn't really have a theme song. But, you know. Yeah, let's go over it anyways, as I like to do. First up is the tail, which is usually a missed detail. And this is a little piece of foam, kind of crudely glued on there. And it just attaches to the belt, so it kind of hangs down. And you don't really see this much of it. You only more or less kind of see the bottom of it because of the trench coat, which I'll get to. So yeah, it turned out okay. You know, I used a sword from the dollar store. You know those little foam ones? So I might have carved them out a little bit because I was thinking about using a pool noodle. Pool noodles aren't filled out enough, and this already kind of has a thinner shape to it. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty missed detail. Next up is the abs. Yeah, I was kind of excited to fabricate my own abs out of foam or whatever, but you know, I just found this at Embellish FX in Orlando, Florida, on Edgewater Drive, and it was pretty much perfect. It was skin colored, but I just took a spray can and painted it red and tried to do some effects there, but it really didn't work out, and it might be a little tiny bit of cracking. Here's a pouch, which is from the Dollar Tree. It's kind of like a messenger bag pouch. They had some really good pleather type pouches, which would have been perfect, and it was in the phone accessory aisle, but instead they replaced it with phone cases, which I'm like, I could understand wanting a phone pouch from the dollar store, but a phone case, I really wouldn't want to try that. So yeah, and here's another one, which is a blood pressure checker thingy. This is the mask, the money piece. I initially wanted to go for a movie Hellboy type of look, since that would have probably been more iconic. The comic book Hellboy, and all the parts are more or less the same. But this Hellboy, but the only mask I could find looked like garbage from the get-go, or were like $500 plus. So this was probably the best alternative I could find. It had a neck attached to it, but I ended up having to cut that off since the neck on the mask is longer than my neck. It ended up keeping pushing it up, and the eye holes are right up there, and I couldn't really see out of it like at all. So I ended up looking through the nose like all Halloween night, which is interesting. These are some gloves, work gloves for not the right hand to Doom, which is obviously right there, I'll get to, but it's just for the other hand. I literally just spray painted my hand red. I probably should have used some makeup or whatever, but yeah. Next up is the belt, which has these pouches on there. Well, at least it had it. And this is my dad's old policing belt. And, you know, and I've got this pouch on Amazon years ago. 2 years ago. And kind of painted it brown. And just did some stuff, and it fits in, and the gun fits in there, the Good Samaritan gun. There's the other pouch, which is exactly the same as this one. Well, not exactly, I guess. There's the Good Samaritan gun, probably not as proportioned as you would hope it would be, but, you know, I made it myself. Basically what I did is that I got to a flea market, and they had a toy revolver in the set there, and it was a big old set. I ended up giving most of the pieces to a little kid who was there, but I kept the 2 revolvers in it. And basically what I did is that I just took the barrel. There was a giant, ridiculous scope on it, which, why does a revolver need a scope? But I kind of put cardboard over it, pen, just added extra bits and pieces to it, and I took a lot of sculpting epoxy and just went over it. Kind of looks like crap, but from far away, you can't really tell. Probably should have added more details. Probably should have sanded some more. But I do like the metallic finish that I made with it. No logo on it right here, but yeah, it's okay. Next up would be the jacket, which is a jacket I found at the thrift store, and it wasn't the right color, really, but it was this color right here, so I just literally took a spray can and that's kind of a rough texture. Put on these silver buttons. I kind of just with the silver Sharpie kind of painted on the logo, but you know, painted it a better brown color, and I took some black spray paint and just kind of spritzed it all over, especially on the bottom here, since that's the part that would have been most dirty. Next up is one of the better things of the costume, the right arm of Doom. And then that in itself was a whole day of work, which doesn't look like it. So the idea was that I kind of made this, and it was a basic shape, and then I kind of just etched in these crackles, and then I did an effect that I haven't seen anybody else do, and you know, which was like, I drew it in and stuff like that with a hot knife, but in some areas I just shoved the hot knife in there, and there's kind of like these holes gapping through, so that's for an effect where it's like I made this extra gauntlet thing, and it has a big bar of LED lights all over it. Notice that they're yellow, and it has this little 9-volt battery connected to it. Probably should fix that, but it just goes inside here, and then the effect that is to be conveyed, or was conveyed, and it was really cool, was that it kind of glowed through, because in a lot of scenes of the Hellboy movie, and maybe in some comics, I don't really know, it kind of looked like the Hellboy right hand of Doom was kind of lava crackling inside from, yeah, you know. So that was a good piece. Oh god, this is going on pretty long. Next up is the hand, which is the same glove and the same pair as this one, but modified. This piece at the end kind of fell off, but now you can see this on the pieces. You know, the two joints are kind of glued together, and you can move on the pinky. You can more or less just move it like this. On the middle fingers, you can move it like this, and it was kind of the same on this end finger. And it's just a lot of stuffed foam with not a lot of substance to it. But it was pretty movable and mobile on the thumb, and it's pretty darn wide, and it works pretty well in good proportion. It looks, you know, again with the hot knife crackling, and it looks pretty good like that, right? Right. So yeah, that would be more or less the gist of the costume. Actually, know what? No, there's actually some boots that are in that car over there that I didn't bother to get out for no reason at all. But there are navy boots that I found at the thrift store that were a good size, and they're black. So those really worked out perfectly. Maybe made me a little bit taller. And oh yeah, as for the pants was the hardest part. I went to my hamper and then found these jeans that I put on, and now those are the pants parts. So yeah, that's about the most of it. So yeah, I will see you once I put it on. Alright. You know, here we are again, still with the boots. I just got them now. And yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the issued navy boots, right? Right. And these fit me quite well, I do believe so. Yes, I do. I was thinking about weathering them, but they're nice boots, you know? They're pretty nice. I don't want to do anything specifically for this one cosplay when I know I'm probably going to use these in more. But, yeah, really, really pretty darn nice. So it goes really well. Gives me an extra inch or two of height, which is good, since I'm like 5'10", 5'11", maybe, I don't know. 5'11" is a lot. Yeah, I'm probably 5'10". One other thing is that I believe that the cosplay gods have smiled upon me because I was riding my bike to school one morning and what? I came across this. And it's just a big stack of foam, and it was in somebody's garbage. You know, it wasn't too deep in there where it was like all disgusting and stuff like that. It was just kind of sitting on top of there, and I don't want you to think like I'm in some type of disgusting dumpster diver. But, you know, when you're buying a lot of foam for like a full armored costume, it starts to add up. And you just find this, and this is a lot of foam, so I'm pretty excited to do some projects with this one. I might have been a little late to school that day, don't tell my mom, but Jesus, look at that, don't you? So yeah. So I guess that's about it. I guess I will have to show you the cosplay right about now. Okay, so here I am. I got the arm of Doom, the right hand of Doom right here. And I got my big giant muscles, my trench coat, the logo on the side, the gun, pants, and the boots. And I got the mask right here. So, gonna go and try it on. It's kind of hard to do this alone. I don't. Okay, this is, no, as I have said before, it is difficult to see out of that, and it still is a bit difficult. One thing I forgot to mention is that I do have a red undersuit. Unfortunately, it doesn't really cover my neck, which is lame, but one thing you can get to see is the, glowing effect. So let's turn off the lights. Okay. No. Let me see if I, okay. Okay, it's not, okay. Give me a second. Nice sitting room, huh? Like, does this really cool kind of glowing effect. Probably should do something about this space right here. But other than that, I think this turned out pretty darn good. Mask could use some upgrades, sure. One thing that I was actually planning on doing is that maybe putting some LEDs in the eyes, just to kind of give it the more hellish vibe. And yeah, look, see, this is how the hand moves. And you can make a fist. So yeah, I do have a slight curve to them already. So, but it's alright. And then there's the gun. So yeah, still nothing for my neck. Okay, this is okay. Probably should put an orange tip on this. But yeah. Anything else to mention? Oh yeah, the pants. Still the hardest part. But yeah. I will have to Yep. And then there's the tail. Okay, I guess that is it. I'll try to stop this, but... Okay. Boy. I gotta lick my thumbs up. Here's what it looks like. Anyways. So yeah, it's without the big giant glove and the gap thing. So that's about it. That's all else. Anything else? Anything else at all? Cause no, a little belt shot, a little pouch shot, and this right here is just like the muscles glued onto a shirt. So yeah. As always, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and go buy me a pizza because obviously you are a bit too obedient. And always remember, please leave a dislike if you hated this video, or don't. And yeah, that's about it. I gotta ask you, what cosplay should I do next with that phone? Because I'm thinking I'm liking the idea of like an armored Wolverine because I saw this one photo on the internet of that. So, yeah. But then again, you know, anything else could happen. So that's about it.